Well, most people would agree that sharing the things that you like and your passions is probably the best way to engage with people. Today, I feel like it's thematically appropriate. How many times would I begin the sentence about Doom guys hating demons? I was saying it. Spreading positivity is probably the best way to build a community, but I am interested on what makes you spread hate. There are many things to be disliked in this world, and I for one have some very superficial things I dislike. The one that I wanted to bring up that's today. Very unrelated. I hate the fucking clown. Not in general, specifically the Joker. I'm really tired of that guy. Like, he seems to be a fairly popular character, so I'm sure some other people have completely opposite opinions about that goddamn clown. One shot every time he doesn't finish his hate thought, you're gonna die. You're gonna die without me even trying to kill you. I hate the goddamn clown. It's not even the character itself that I hate. Like, he's a super villain and whatnot, and that works. It's a murderous clown. It works as a creature, as a character. But I find it increasingly disturbing how popular he is as a character. Like, there are so many better Batman villains, in my opinion, but everyone seems obsessed over the clown. Superpower is being a clown, not dying by poison or something like that. Like, sure, not everything is about powers. Batman is a superhero with no powers, so it stands to reason. His supervillain is a supervillain without powers. But he has more than one supervillain without powers. Some of them, I believe, work as a foil against him way better. Case in point, Bane. I think Bane is criminally underrepresented. I still don't know how to throw a grenade. What am I doing? Back to the clown. I think characters like Bane, who also serve as a foil for Batman, being a creature made out of unrelenting will and whatnot, is absolutely better than a guy whose whole deal is, haha, I'm crazy. It's fine if he was just a dude that's crazy, you know? Like, kills people, Batman's gotta stop him. His whole deal is trying to, any person can experience one bad day and become a killer too or something. My issue with him is, why do people love the goddamn clown? What do they find interesting about a character whose whole deal is just, haha, I'm crazy? And that's basically the end of it. Any argument to be done about the Joker being a good villain or character feels like you can just make the same argument for something like the Mad Hatter, which is just another super villain who's a dude that's crazy, but he makes hats. His gimmick is hats instead of being clown slash Joker things. And nobody cares about the Mad Hatter. Nobody knows who he is. But everyone seems obsessed with the Joker. Everyone is convinced he's peak villainy. He's many people's favorite villain. They make merchandise about the Gundam Joker. How or what do they make the literal clown? They be making Batman fight Superman and the clown. This is his greatest rival. And I'm annoyed at how they try to convince me that that's somehow reasonable. He shows up in other shows and movies, and the rest of the villains team up against the Justice League or something, and they're like, oh yeah, we need a villain to stop Superman. Yeah, Lex Luthor, the billionaire genius who can basically come up with anything he wants and has kryptonite armors and weapons and technology and everything that he needs to fight Superman because he's been doing it for years. Alright, that seems like a reasonable person to bring in a team that you want to fight the Justice League. Who do we bring to fight Batman? The super buff guy who also is an expert fighter and is known to have broken Batman's spine? Or do we bring the clown whose whole deal is being absolutely insane and being completely unreliable as a partner in crime? Being that not even his own teammate trusts the bastard and basically hates him by this point. Like, not even Harley Quinn stands the goddamn clown anymore. And her whole deal was... You good, man? Well, that's just sad. You earned your life. And his whole deal is just being unreliable and crazy, and they still pick him for villain team. Why would any villain want the Joker? And why do they try to convince me that he somehow is enough of a super genius to stand in the same place as someone like Lex Luthor, and even beat him in some of his plans? Pretty sure this one animated movie where the Legion of Doom teams up to stop the Justice League and they steal people's plans, Batman's plans to fight the Justice League. And they have the Joker betrayed him, of course he did, and like destroy the Legion of Doom base and threaten everyone in the room, including Lex Luthor, with machinery and equipment that he modified. Like, he put traps and whatnot inside of the base. And like, are you telling me the super genius Lex Luthor did not realize they were putting traps inside of his super secret base? Did he really not watch out for any of the bunch of villains that he recruited into a team to see that they weren't trying to betray him? Especially the one clown bastard who's known for being criminally insane and murdering people for the hell of it? No? He really just was like, yeah, I'm gonna just leave him to his own devices. Nothing wrong will ever come out of that. Not only are they trying to convince me that the Joker is a genius, they are also trying to convince me that Lex Luthor is stupid. And I find that annoying. That the presence of the clown makes everyone around him seem stupid there. If that's even a thing. Like, they were geniuses a moment ago, but now that they witness a clown. Yeah, at this point he's just like his nemesis. I mean, he is his nemesis, and I'm wondering, like, why though? Bane is right there. He was known for breaking his spine. He's basically a mirror of his behavior. Like, one was born rich and lost his parents and become traumatized about that and tried to avoid everything similar to what he experienced to happening to other people. On the other hand, you got Bane, who was literally born in jail because of crimes he didn't commit, and his whole obsession.
Hello.
Yeah, I take it personally. I don't only take it personally. The Joker, he's like, I get it. All right, he's the villain. He's famous. He's purple. Okay, but why do they market everything about him? He's the most well-known guy, but he's only the most well-known guy because they continue to sell stuff. I went to a theater some months ago when there was some anniversary. Is this the same one or a different one? Anniversary Batman thing. And what was the anniversary cup in the theater about? It was a Joker cup with the ha 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 print on it. A purple cup with the ha 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 print. Like, Joker, Batman's 40th anniversary. Who are we gonna put in the cup? The Joker, of course. What screams Batman other than psycho murder clown? Celebrating Batman, let's go. Psycho murder clown. And it's fine. They try to sell me the clown. I don't want the clown, but people are out there with a shirt. Like, you find that clown cool? You think he's... I'm trying to speak about clowns here, lady, you mind? Too long, there and here. I wish they used better villains, which of course are just my personal biases. I'm hearing a bajillion demons out here, where are you? So yeah, I would like to see other villains be represented far more, where anything Batman related shows up, and I would like to hear anyone out there watching this, please do share if you think that Joker is a good villain slash character and deserves all of that praise. Why is that? And if you yourself hate your own character that you do not understand why everyone likes, I would encourage you to let me know. I would like to hear why do you hate some of these guys? Or why do you like them? Because clearly I didn't get the same memo of why clowns are amazing. I mean, I don't mean for him to just stop existing. I don't like it to be constantly displayed as the main thing everywhere and everything in every show. The thing, people use him. I have so much shit to say about the Gotham Joker. They use him as, oh, he's a mastermind. He's a mastermind of some kind, so he can overcome Batman's planning by being unplannable or something. But we literally got the Riddler, whose whole deal is making riddles that are hard even for Batman. And he has already successfully baited Batman into all kinds of stuff and even became a new supervillain. But I did ask about, it's easier to make more jokes? Yeah, I guess so. It is easier to just make the Joker again, the Joker Revenge, Joker 2 Electric Boogaloo. I guess they just decided, well, people already know the Joker, and it's always someone's first Batman story, right? Like, not everyone follows everything that they do about him, so they do not get tired of seeing the Gotham Clown everywhere. Yeah, with finding consistency, power and stuff, you have to do it as a plot. Flash would be every villain if they were accurate. I mean, he has his own villains who are actually competent, but I do agree, it's pretty stupid to have a dude with a boomerang be one of his main villains. I only have to accept the Joker do impossible stuff because it helps the story. I mean, yeah, I guess Batman does impossible stuff all the time and he's a quote-unquote normal human. Just in power are common, Joker can do impossible stuff. Good balance between accuracy and good storytelling. Yeah, that makes sense. You have to... Some stuff is just going to happen because it's not going to be consistent. Different writers are going to make different stuff. Some stories are better told with one character than others, but using the clown of the Nemesis all the time. I just wish they used other people. Like that, where it was the latest Batman movie, they used the Riddler, and I think that was actually pretty cool. But they teased the Joker at the end, and I'm like, really? The Joker again? That's why we have Gotham City getting flooded in that movie, and like, oh, Sorphy and Joker is gonna show up. But once again, it's my gripe is not with the character doing, well, it is a bit with the character doing impossible stuff, but it's about how much people like him. I'm not angry at the writers for giving me infinite Joker content. I'm intrigued by the people. I'm intrigued by the people being supportive of infinite Joker content. That's what I find concerning. And the lag is gone. What was that? Yeah, well, I hope this video reaches people out there and people get to hear about me being Joker's #1 hater. Not even Batman hates the Joker. No, you know what? I'm probably Joker's #2 hater. Jason Todd is probably #1. But if you know someone, this is for the bot watchers out there who might stumble upon this stream once it's already baked, do leave it in the comments in the future. If you like the Joker, why? Third Superman from Injustice? No, I probably hate him more than the guy who got his wife killed. No, yeah, I'm probably that #3 to be fair. If I consider the guy who got murdered by him number 1, then I'm probably number 2. Too busy complaining about the clown. I get riled up about the goddamn clown so much. I'm throwing myself off a cliff here, just thinking about not hating him as the number 1 hater. But you know what? I think Injustice Superman, I actually really like the Injustice story. And speaking of clowns, I think Injustice Harley is better than regular Harley, but I think regular Harley is already going to basically the same arc where she's done with the Joker. I don't think at this point it's, oh, do you like character development from Harley Quinn? I probably just like the fact that she doesn't like the Joker. Anyone who hates the Joker is good in my book. Speaking about people who crash out and hate the Joker and Injustice Superman, I still do not understand how can the characters from Injustice blame Superman. I'm pretty sure that's a buff and I'm just avoiding it like the plague. The same people from Injustice, the heroes, were annoyed at Superman for killing the people who avoided the curfew, dressed and partying as the Joker. They know this man nuked an entire city, Superman City, killed his wife. The man loses it, kills the clown, takes over the world. Initiates martial law. And what do people do? They go out dressed as the Joker to party. Are they really surprised that Superman showed up and killed them? Like, who does that? Who dresses up as the guy who nuked a city? Not like in wartime or anything, you know, just good old terrorism. Nukes a city and killed the superpowered leader of your entire planet. And people get annoyed, like, why did you kill them, dude? That's too harsh, don't you think? Like, they are celebrating the death of this man's wife and city dressed up as the person who did it, and they get surprised that he killed them. Sure, I guess they're not committing the crimes against humanity themselves, but then they really had it coming. You might have a robot face, but you will get to experience the breaknecking speed of a broken neck if you continue to do that. So yeah, Superman kills innocent people dressed as a Joker. I don't know about that being valid crash out. I'm sorry, I said it here first. Injustice Superman was a valid crash out. I do not like him killing Shazam though. Going back to my Joker hating ways, I need to speak of something else, but I really need to get this one out too. That's a new one. I haven't seen Doom Guy. Spoilers for I think an over 10-year-old game now with Injustice 1. Superman kills Shazam in the first Injustice, and so you cannot play as him on the second Injustice because he's dead. Mind you, for people unacquainted with the Injustice universe, multiverse gets in the way. And it's a prominent feature of the second game too. That Joker shows up in the second game. And the whole bit about the first game is that big starts everything when Joker commits massive crimes against humanity. Is that Superman kills the Joker, and that's how he snaps. He kills the Joker and then goes into ruling over the world. He of course still shows up in the game, because there's a different dimension Joker that you can play as in a fighting game. And you know what, I get it. A fighting game, of course you're gonna have the Joker in it, because why not? But then you have my boy Shazam in that game. He's awesome, but my favorite character. But he doesn't show up for the second game because he's dead. The Joker does though, because being dead does not stop clown from showing up. But it does stop the dude who is half, like 12 different gods. I mean, yeah, they added him, to be fair, Lord Joker from another Earth visit this one, Shazam does not. In the second Injustice game, it's not that Harley or someone just has some hallucinations and they put the Joker in there, and I'm like, really? You could just... some hallucinations, so the Joker's in the game, like, okay, alright. You couldn't just have... The lead Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are in that game. But Shazam was a stretch. Well, I think I've complained about clowns plenty for today. This is as of right now my first time doing this, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, this has been Nigel, the face of the Legion, and I hope you have a nice day, noon, afternoon, night, morning, or whatever time frame it is that you're watching this. Until next time.